So some people have asked us to let them know what we're doing, so I figured the best way to do this is to record this and maybe put it on YouTube so that people can see it. We have interest from family, neighbors, friends. So we have no idea what we're doing. We've never done gardening before. So I, looked at YouTube videos, and I contacted some people I know and just decided I have to get started. So I ordered 2 cubic yards of garden soil from a local supplier that operates out of Machosen. I can put a link in the description of the video. So the dirt has been sitting here for a few days because I had to construct boxes to put the dirt in. And here you can see that we've started constructing the boxes. It was only after I started this that I decided to start making videos. But I have one more box to build so I can show you the process I went through to build this box. I actually got the idea for this box off the internet on YouTube, so I'll put a link to that video as well in the description of this video. So we're going to put this dirt in this box, and then my daughter has provided us a bunch of pre-grown plants or starters. We have blueberry, kale. We've got a planter box. It's got parsley and rosemary in it. We've got some lettuces and a snap pea starter and 2 tomato plant starters. My daughter got these from Hilltop Nursery, so that's in Saanich. So once we get this dirt into this box, we're going to plant these plants in it and see how it goes. We chose this spot because this is the sunniest place in our property. It gets sun about 8 to 12 hours a day, basically. Today is a cloudy day, so there's no sun right now, but most of the day this spot would get sun. And it's kind of sheltered. My neighbor's boat provides some shelter from the wind. And even though it's out on the front of the street, it's not interfering with the ornamental gardens that I have, because this is just a spot down the side of the property that's just covered in gravel. And I thought it would be it's not being used for anything else, so I thought it'd be a good spot to use for gardening. So we're going to put the first box here, and right now I'm just leveling it, and we're going to put the second box right next to it. And hopefully 2 cubic yards will provide enough soil for the 2 boxes. According to my calculation, it does, so we'll see what happens. So in terms of the construction of this box, we bought just regular spruce dimensional lumber from a local lumber store, and it's made up of 8-foot 2x10s, which are the uprights, and 8-foot 2x4s, which are the rails across the top. And the middle, the shorter section is 8-foot 2x10 cut in half. Same with the 2x4. So, and then you can see that there are small 2x4 braces that have been put under the rails just to provide support all the way around. We decided to use a stain and sealant on the lumber because just the raw lumber would rot more quickly. We didn't use pressure-treated lumber because pressure-treated lumber has chemicals in it that can affect can leach into the soil and affect your vegetables that you're growing. And I don't think that the same would happen with a stain because it's not a toxic substance, so I don't think there'll be any leaching into the soil. At least that's the assumption I'm working on. So now the box is essentially level on all four sides. So the next thing I'm going to do is put in a landscape fabric inside the box to keep the weeds from growing up. Because you can see that even in this gravel I've got weeds growing up all over the place. So I want to stop those from coming up into the garden. So now the landscape fabric is in place. It was 4 foot width, which is nice because my box is 4 foot wide. So it fits in exactly without going up the sides. And we just put it up the ends just a little bit. So now we have to put in half of this soil. I'm not exactly sure how to do half, but we'll figure it out. If I put too much or too little, I can redistribute it later. Have to go and do my sourdough. Morning.
Hi.
How are you?
Looks like nice soil.
Sorry?
That looks like nice soil.
It is nice soil, I think. That's the first time we've tried it. So we ordered from a place in the Chosen.
Is that the one that they had advertised in the paper?
I don't know. It's called Buy the Yard.
No, this is a garden center, and they said like they've never had. This is so busy, and they started an online business, and it's just been crazy.
Yeah, I phoned them up and they scheduled me for delivery, and it took just over a week to get my delivery. So they put me in the queue, and it took a week. But once I was sure the dirt was here, then I went out and bought the lumber, and we're making the bed.
Very cute. Good luck. Got a little garden going.
Yeah. Okay, so I think we've used up about half the dirt, and right now it looks like the bed is full to almost to the top. I calculated that with a 4x8 bed and a cubic yard of dirt should fill it to about 10 inches. And we're just about at 10 inches. We got to 9 inches, which was down a little bit from the top, so we add a little bit more. So I think this bed is ready. It might settle a little bit, but that's all right because it doesn't need to be right to the top. And I think we have enough dirt left over for the second box. So being new at making videos and sharing them, I made an amateur mistake, and my memory card ran out when we were filming the planting of these first plants, so we missed getting that on film. At least I can show you what we did. Here we planted a couple of tomato plants. There's a beefsteak tomato plant and a grape tomato plant. And then nearby it, we planted the snap peas, and we left the cages on that came with from the store, so that helped support the plant. And I built a trellis out of simple sticks that I cut up from a plank that I had, just so that some of the tops of the string beans have collapsed already and bent, so it's obviously trying to climb higher, so I built this so it could start to climb. Hopefully the bent ones recover, and then later I'll probably have to put stakes in for the tomatoes, because they say that they're supposed to get up to 3 feet and they're only about 2 feet now. And then I added some water because the tags say that the tomatoes like water, so we'll see. Again, like I said, this is the first time we've done this, so we have to figure it out as we go. And tomorrow we're going to try and plant some seeds, probably basil, because I've read that basil and tomatoes go well together. And we're hoping that the snap peas will help fix nitrogen in the soil, so it helps with the other plants around it as well. So we'll see. So that's all for now. In the next video, I will build the next garden box, and I will show you how I built this one by building the second one. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.